Click here for pricing, click here for support, and click here to be frustrated. Now, if it takes more than a few seconds, everybody's leaving.
A lot better than how you're talking because you sound like an AI robot.
It could speak multiple languages, right?
Yes, they can switch languages immediately, it's actually pretty cool.
Today, we're going to be talking about AI chatbots. Do you need them? You hate them? You love them? They could do a lot for you. Justin Coriano, co-founder at AltivisOne. I'm here with my man
Francis Vazano.
Don't use website contact forms. Replace with this instead.
Let me ask you, Justin, how many potential customers visit a company's website, look around for a few seconds, and probably leave without contacting anyone?
Probably a lot more than businesses realize.
And it doesn't necessarily mean a company didn't offer what they needed. Sometimes the customer simply couldn't find the answer fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, people don't have much patience online anymore. Like years ago, we would wait several minutes for a website to load. Now, if it takes more than a few seconds, everybody's leaving. That's it, we're gone.
They're just leaving you there to die. Yeah, man. So that's where Altivis One, our AI chatbot comes in.
What makes Alti different from a basic website chatbot?
Most people hear chatbot and imagine one of those little boxes that only gives you three buttons to choose
Yeah,
from.
click here for pricing, click here for support, and click here to be frustrated.
Exactly. And Alti is completely different. Our AI chatbot can crawl any website in its entirety, read business documents, understand PDF files, and learn information that's specific to the company.
So you mean it's not just giving generic answers?
So imagine taking the knowledge of a salesperson who has worked for your company for more than 10 years and teaching it to an AI in a matter of seconds.
I mean, that sounds great, but how does it actually behave when it talks to a customer?
A lot better than how you're talking because you sound like an AI robot. That's entirely up to the business. It can behave like a customer service representative, a marketing executive, a product specialist, or just a knowledgeable sales agent.
What personality do you prefer?
Oh, my personal favorite, probably the sales agent persona. Think about what a great salesperson does. They don't immediately throw a sales pitch at you. They ask questions.
They learn what you need first.
Correct. They learn about the customer, identify the problem, understand the customer's budget or priorities, and then they recommend the right solution. That's how our chatbot can be designed to communicate.
So instead of saying, here's all our services, it might ask, what are you trying to accomplish?
Right.
What's the dream
Uh,
outcome?
Correct. Yeah, yeah. Then it can continue asking relevant questions based on the customer's answers. By the time the conversation is finished, the business knows what the customer needs and how serious they are about buying.
And that's important because that brings us to lead qualification.
Absolutely. This is one of the biggest advantages, especially for businesses with a sales team. Do you know how many salespeople miss good opportunities because every lead looks the same in a contact form?
Yeah, I could imagine. A traditional contact form only gives you a name, email address, phone number, and maybe a short message, and you don't know if they just want to know more information or if they're actually ready to buy.
Yeah, and that's it. It doesn't tell you whether the person is ready to buy today, casually researching, or only asking a general question.
But if I'm not mistaken, Alti can analyze the conversation.
Indeed. So based on the questions asked, the answers given, and the customer's level of interest, it can estimate how strong that lead is.
Basically, if it's cold, warm, hot.
Yeah, sales team could know which leads are hot, warm, or still in the research phase. That helps them decide who needs an immediate phone call and who should enter a longer follow-up process.
And I'm assuming this information doesn't have to stay trapped inside the chatbot.
So the chatbot can connect with CRM platforms such as Salesforce or HubSpot, for example. It can send the customer's information, conversation details, service interest, and lead status directly into the customer's existing workflow.
That sounds like it could save the sales team a lot of time.
And it also helps prevent leads from being forgotten. The Alti sales agent never sleeps. It doesn't take lunch breaks. It doesn't forget to collect the customer's information.
Does it take vacation? You didn't mention that one. But one thing I was thinking of, it could speak multiple languages, right?
Yes, it can switch languages immediately, It's actually pretty cool. It's a major advantage for businesses serving multilingual communities. A customer can begin speaking in another language, and a chatbot can adapt without transfer them to another department.
And so, what type of businesses would benefit the most from something like this?
Generally, a properly designed AI chatbot can work on almost any website. However, service-based businesses can see a tremendous benefit
And why service businesses specifically?
because customers usually have a lot of questions before making a decision. They want to know about pricing, timelines, service areas, availability, qualifications, and what is included.
Yeah, and if those answers aren't easy to find, they leave.
Most likely, a significant number of people will leave a website even when the company provides the exact service they need. They leave because they couldn't find the information quickly enough.
The same would apply to companies that have a lot of documents, information, PDF files that customers are expected to read.
Most people don't want to search through 20-page document to find one answer. The chatbot can understand that document and give the most relevant information immediately.
And I'm assuming that would keep the customer engaged while also making the website more valuable.
Yeah, it's a dual benefit. The customer receives help immediately. The business has a better opportunity to turn that visitor into a qualified lead.
Let's talk about the most important part of building one of these chatbots. What do you
Yes,
say?
the most important part is the prompt.
And what exactly you mean by the prompt?
The prompt is essentially the chatbot's set of instructions. It controls how the chatbot behaves, what it should prioritize, what is allowed to discuss, which questions it should ask, what action it should also engage the customer to take.
So the technology is important, but the instructions behind it are what actually makes it useful.
Very much so. You can have an extremely advanced AI model, but the prompt is poorly written. The customer experience will be poor.
Every business would need a different prompt then.
Correct. Every business has different customers, different goals, different products, and different profit margins.
All right, why don't you give me an example?
For a service-based company, the chatbot could be instructed to identify the customer's problem and recommend the most appropriate service.
And what about a software or subscription-based company?
So the chatbot could explain the differences between subscription levels, recommend the best plan, handle any objections, suggest upgrades, and guide the customer to subscribe.
So when choosing a chatbot provider, businesses should ask whether they can customize the prompt.
100%. If the provider gives you control over the prompt, that's a very good sign. If they don't, ask them how the chatbot's behavior is customized for your specific business.
Another benefit is that the chatbot can create the contact lists, right?
Yes. So with the customer's permission and the proper privacy protections in place, the chatbot can collect contact information and organize potential customers based on their interests.
And then that business could use those lists to follow up and for email marketing.
Yes, so email marketing continues to be one of the most cost-effective ways to communicate with interested customers. Paid advertising can become expensive very quickly. A strong contact list gives a company an audience it can continue speaking to.
Engagement's super important. Now let's talk about voice communication.
So this is an interesting one. I hate to admit this, but I'm lazy sometimes. I don't want to type out five different questions.
You're definitely not alone in that one.
The customers' expectations keep increasing, man. People want answers immediately, and many would rather speak naturally than type everything into a chat window.
So instead of typing, the customer could use voice chat.
Exactly. They could ask a question verbally, hear the answer, and continue the conversation naturally.
And I think people may be willing to provide more information when they're speaking because it feels easier than typing.
Yeah, that's a major advantage. More conversations gives the AI more context, which can help it understand the customer and recommend more appropriate solutions.
That being said, there's another side of this I think many businesses overlook.
Hmm.
You know what
What's
that
that?
is? Business development.
Definitely. After the chatbot has handled hundreds of thousands of conversations, the company can begin analyzing the data.
For example, what questions are customers asking repeatedly?
Well, information that could be missing from the website, which services are customers requesting, what objections keep coming up, why are potential customers leaving without buying?
And small to medium businesses don't have that information a lot of times.
Even larger companies struggle with it. Is every salesperson documenting why a lead didn't close, or every customer service representative recording the questions they receive? Usually not.
But the
Uh,
chatbot can capture those conversations consistently.
Correct. And then provide weekly or monthly reports. The company can identify trends, improve its website, adjust its services, strengthen its Salesforce, uh, and probably discover opportunities it may have completely missed.
And that's interesting. The chatbot isn't only answering questions, it's also helping the business understand its customers.
Correct. When it's done correctly, it becomes a sales tool, customer service tool, lead generation tool, marketing tool, business intelligence tool, all at the same time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Alti sounds awesome, right?
It is pretty cool.
Right?
I enjoy talking to it sometimes,
I
just
mean,
testing it, asking it a bunch of questions.
not for nothing. I don't mean to talk it up, but anyways, before we finish, why don't we give everyone a checklist of what should a business look for before choosing an AI chatbot?
First thing, make sure the chat bot allows for a customized prompt that is written specifically for your business.
All right, second, ask how the provider prevents hallucinations, or in simple terms, how it prevents the AI from inventing information.
Make sure it has strict guardrails. Guardrails are rules that keep the chatbot focused on approved topics and prevent it from giving inappropriate, inaccurate, or unauthorized responses.
Fourth, look for lead identification and qualification.
Make sure it can integrate with the applications your company already uses, including your CRM, email platform, calendar, or other business systems.
Six, consider voice capabilities if your customers would rather speak than type.
Seventh, make sure it can determine lead hotness so your sales team knows which opportunities to prioritize.
And eighth, look for the ability to analyze multiple conversations and provide meaningful reports.
An AI chatbot should do more than sit in a corner of your website and answer basic questions.
That's right. It should engage visitors, learn what they need, qualify potential buyers, collect valuable information, and help move the conversation towards a sale.
Yep, because your next customer may already be on your website.
The question is someone there to speak with them?
With AltivisOne AI chatbot, Alti, the answer is always yes.
Nice. We'll
See you
we'll
on
see
the
you in the
next
next episode.
podcast. Yep.